It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. Sleeper Sports Media Podcast on Rumble, on YouTube, and on Facebook all at one time. We are rocking and rolling. We are just 2 weeks away, just under 2 weeks away, until AEW Revolution, and that's the first thing that we're going to talk about today here in episode 192. I've been cranking these out and deeming probably episodes that shouldn't really be episodes. I think I've missed a couple as well, but I'm right around episode 192. So just let's get that out of the way first. The plan was to have episode 200 be on May 25th, which is my 5-year anniversary of doing Sleeper Sports Media, and we're back to the basics of doing it this way. And this is how we started doing it. This is how we're currently doing it, rocking and rolling, and for the foreseeable future, this is how it will be. So the next couple of days, I have an hour drive to and from work. So in that time, I will be getting episodes done in some way, shape, or form. So the first thing we're gonna do is the episode Dynamite preview for today, March 4th, and they only have 3 things on the website. So we're going to go to the graphics that I got from last night, and we're going to eventually I'll have to cut the audio because I'm not going to switch to graphics. I'm just going to see picture, and then I'm going to just talk about what we got. So first things first, we have AEW World Championship in Dynamite Live tonight from El Paso, Texas, live on HBO Max and TBS as well. First thing we have is MJF versus Kevin Knight for the AEW World Championship. 1/3 of the AEW Trios champions going up against the World Champion. Why is this? I don't know. Is MJF now going through Hangman Adam Page's lackeys before they face off again at Revolution in the Texas Death Match? Just to prove something? It doesn't make too much sense to me to have trios or tag champions going after the world title, but hey, that's just me. What the hell do I know? 2 title matches so far on the card. We have Thekla versus Thunder Rosa for the AEW Women's World Championship. That should be a really good match. Thunder Rosa back on Dynamite after some lengthy time off of TV. AEW National or Continental Champion Jon Moxley, non-title match versus Hechicero. And then we have women's tag team action. We have the Brawling Birds versus the Inspiration, former WWE women's tag team champions, former tag team champions in TNA and everywhere else at this point. So it would be really cool to see them get a tag title run here in AEW, maybe after Willow and Willow and oh my God, I've drawn a blank on Willow's tag team partner. Then we have men's tag team action. We have Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin versus Gabe Kidd and Clark Connors. And we will also hear from the 1/3 of the AEW Trios champions. Hangman Adam Page will be in action. So I messed that one up. Someone commented and said about Hangman being the winner, and I thought he was just cutting a promo because all he does is love to talk. He loves to talk. That's it. So, all right, here what we have last night. That was the AEW Dynamite preview for tonight, and we will also do Evolve. WWE Evolve is live on Tubi. And I know they had 3 matches promoted so far. So let's take a look here and see. Let's take a look and see if they are tweeting about that. I know Kendall Gray was in action with her women's championship, as was Jackson Drake with the men's, not Speed Championship, but Evolve Championship. And we'll go over NXT results from last night as well. It was a big time show. it absolutely delivered. We saw feuds progress. Ethan Page get beat down and look a certain way. Here we go. Kendall Gray and PJ Vasa will go one-on-one tonight in a street fight for the Evolve Women's Championship. That is at Evolve Succession 2. Then we have Jackson Drake versus Cappuccino, Cappuccino Jones. That's a wild name if I've ever seen one. He is, Cold Brew Jones is his Twitter handle. He is a WWE ID superstar. And then we also have Harlem Lewis taking on Brooks Jensen at Evolve Succession 2 live on Tubi tonight at 8 p.m. 5 Pacific. So that is AEW Dynamite preview and a WWE preview for Evolve tonight. Last night on NXT, we had Ricky Saints, of course, be the last closing segment where he was channeling his inner Rock, even though he says it does not take inspiration from The Rock, which is crazy and diabolical. We also had Blake Monroe to face, and they would cut promos. They would get just as personal as Jade and Rhea, as Tiffany and Charlotte last year. We're heading towards a street fight on this Saturday at Vengeance Day. Ren Sinclair would defeat Nikita Lyons and advance in the speed tournament. She faces Thea Hale next week in the semifinals of the tournament, and the finals of the tournament. Then will go on to become the number one contender for that speed title if she should win. We also had 6-man tag action. The Vanity Project against the Hank and Tank and Shiloh Hill, who would pick up a win over the Evolve champion. Zarya and JC Jane had their shot, and of course, we all knew Sol Ruka was not going to let that fly. She intervenes, and match ends via DQ, and we still NXT Women's Champion JC Jane. Fatal Influence needs to be called up to the main roster. That is a hill I will die on. They need to be part of the women's tag division. They would only improve it and only elevate it 1,010%. Ethan Page needs to be on the main roster. Joe Hendry could run as NXT champion for a little bit and then jump to the main roster. There's somebody else that is ready for the main roster. Ethan Page. I think Ricky Saints is ready for the main roster. And it's weird how they have some AEW talent come in and go to the main roster, some that go to NXT. Danhausen is seemingly going on to the main roster, and we saw that his demands are being met. He did get his point picture with Triple H. So far, he needs to get a blimp, cameraman, an assistant, and his face on all of the trucks, and a Hall of Fame induction for this year. Those were the demands, and if you do not follow them, Hausen, you will be cursed. That is for Adam Pearce, who is the better GM than Nick Aldis, and we don't want to see him get cursed like Dominic Mysterio got cursed on Monday night and then lost his Intercontinental Championship. What we got next is Impact, TNA Impact. We'll go through there, and then we will be just chatting for another roughly 50 minutes or so. So let me just find that TNA, see if they have. Hopefully they got the graphics up and out. All right, this Thursday off the King speech with Frankie Kazarian, special guest Elijah. So Frankie Kazarian now has a show, and he will have Elijah on that show, fresh off his victory over Mustafa Ali last week, I believe that was, in the first ever Guitar Case casket match or something. We will hear from the Elegance brand live this Thursday, tomorrow in Atlanta, Georgia. Let's see. What else do we got? We will hear from Moose We will hear from the world champion, Mike Santana. We have Ariana Grace versus Jody Threat for the TNA Knockouts World Championship. What else do we got here on TNA? Leon Slater versus Nick Nemeth for the TNA X Division Championship. What else? What else? We have number one contendership match for the TNA World Tag Team Championship. The System, The Righteous, BDE, and Richest. Sinner and Saint. Fatal four-way, it looks like, for the number one contendership of the tag team titles. For this Thursday, we got that one. Elena Black and Mara Sade will be one-on-one action this Thursday as well. That is a giant card. Holy cow. I believe that is it for Thursday Night Impact. That is tomorrow. They are finally doing vertical graphics, which I love. I to start doing that because they did where I started covering TNA. Yes, it's been a week or two since I've actually gotten to cover them outside of just doing a video. Have not watched in quite some time. I think 2 or 3 weeks now I have not been able to watch, but TNA I'm sure has been killing it. I know that they just hit their best show 2 or 3 weeks ago at viewership wise on AMC Plus or AMC, not including AMC Plus because apparently the streaming numbers aren't released, which I find hard. WWE immediately tells us that the shows when they were on Peacock blew the last year's out of the water. So, which I can't believe we used to get everything on Peacock. We used to get actual press conferences, and they were fire. They were great. They helped out media people like me who couldn't go to every single event because I'm not there yet. And they were great for clips. They were great for getting quotes. And now Triple H is just doing a 3-minute interview backstage because he doesn't want to deal with the fans. He doesn't want to deal with the media, which is absolutely crazy. He's in charge. If he wanted it to be better, it would be better. I'm not saying that it's terrible, but it is repetitive. It is just we got to stop giving chances to Cody when he doesn't deserve them because, well, to be frank, what did he do to earn a title shot? He got hit in the face with a title. I'm pretty sure he's hit multiple people in the face with the title. I'm pretty sure he walks around saying this and saying that every single week like it's no big deal. But what do I know? My name is Nick Wietosh, not Nick Aldis, so I guess that makes me unqualified to be the GM for SmackDown. We still got one person watching, not on mute so far. We've been going for about 15 minutes. Thank you to No Dirt Sheets. We just want to shout them out for the Surfshark VPN link. As usual, we want to shout them out for all the work that they do and the articles, which are now live on NoDirtSheets.com. Both the Monday Night Raw results, the NXT preview, and of course AEW Dynamite preview coming out later today. I think around 10 a.m. is when I have that scheduled to post right there on No Dirt Sheets. We are rocking and rolling, getting back into it, and we have that email. We're trying to get more press credentials for other sports to bring coverage. 360 degrees of entertainment, sports, and everything else. So we will, of course, continue rocking and rolling with that. It is getting really hot in my car. I need the air on. I also need to take a drink of Prime Energy Cherry Limeade, which we love and we get at Walmart with our Walmart creator link here. That is absolutely delicious. It's absolutely refreshing, and it gets me absolutely wired to take on all the BS that I take on day to day, working where I work. And yeah, AEW Dynamite tonight live on TBS and streaming on HBO Max. And then we will take a look at Collision tomorrow night. I'm sure they'll have more out for that. Um, I really wish we would get more put out for Evolve and Main Event, which also going to start incorporating that into the fold. WWE Main Event. If you don't know what Main Event is, it is the live SmackDown. Well, they used to do speed matches before Raw and do Main Event matches before SmackDown. Before the shows go match for 4 minutes. They used to have 2 or 3 speed matches, and they as a live stream on YouTube. Well, before Main Event was not on Hulu on I believe Wednesdays. And now it's Thursdays, and you have Evolve on Tubi on Wednesdays. And then of course you have Speed, which is now part of. Hopefully, I was not muted for too long. I did not realize I was disconnected. So I just gave a whole spiel about the Speed Championship and all that. And yeah, so what I noticed last night was that the X logo was still on the title with Elio LaFleur, who beat Jasper Troy and I cannot say his name, Keanu something. I think in a triple threat, the first ever triple threat we had for a speed match, it was also 5 or 7 minutes to start. So extra time was added for that extra stipulation. But yes, the speed matches used to be done and filmed before Raw went on the air, and main event matches were done and are done before SmackDown goes on the air. I've seen both at Raw and both at SmackDown. But that is how they do that now. We have main event on Tubi. We have Speed on NXT. I wish they would have just recreated and done a cruiserweight title, and then just put those matches on main event and make main event your actual like an actual show. Have that. be just the dark matches, but still air those dark matches out, and then hey, make the cruiserweight title the championship of main event. That I think that would be awesome. Um, I think it would be great. It would be a great way to have wrestling every single day, because now you also have AAA on Saturdays for WWE. So you literally have wrestling Monday through Saturday for something under the WWE umbrella, which is insane and awesome. And the fact that two of those shows are just live on YouTube and available for free is great. Um, it's fantastic actually because it makes it so much easier. Yes, Tubi I guess is technically free, but dealing with the ads and the type of ads that you see on Tubi is still annoying. So um, yeah, WWE is cooking right now. AEW is cooking right now. TNA is cooking. All three major brands. I don't really do anything with New Japan. I don't do anything with ROH just because I can't watch it. If you do want coverage of ROH and of New Japan, I would direct you to the channels across. You will see across No Dirt Sheets and also Tati. We know she covers everything that has to do with AEW, Ring of Honor, New Japan, here and there, everything. She covers everything that has to do with AEW. And shout out to her for being so great at what she does. Um, just like London and the rest of the team here at No Dirt Sheets, for all their coverage, and independent wrestling. London is incorporating OVW into the mix, and we're getting a big presence with that here at No Dirt Sheets, and soon to be Sleeper Sports Media as well. Um, but a lot of good things happening in the world of pro wrestling. A lot of questions left up in the air with some concern about the direction that TKO is maybe taking WWE. I don't think they have that big of a grip on the pulse of things. I still think Triple H is primarily the top dog and primarily has things go the way that he wants them to go. Nothing gets done or crossed or T's dotted, I's crossed, anything like that without his say so. Um, the product is where it's at. We're getting on a clear path with Roman going into WrestleMania for a title shot. He's got to win it, and sadly, I think we're heading back this Friday on SmackDown. I think we're going to see the title change hands. I think they gave Drew a in the words of Martina, my beautiful wife, here, damn, that type of title run where it's just here you go. We're going to give this to you. Stop complaining. And then we're going to get it back to Cody. We're going to do Cody versus Randy. And then they're probably going to do something stupid like Drew McIntyre versus Nick Aldis at WrestleMania for Aldis to make his WWE debut, where he stepped into the GM role. And then now he's just been over the top feuding with Cody and Drew and getting involved in this feud, in this rivalry, and taking it so personally that Drew is interfering as the heel. That Drew is his whole thing is he does not lie, and he went out and told you he's going to make sure Cody lives up to that stipulation of not getting a rematch, and he wouldn't have to stick his nose in Cody's matches and Cody's business if you would actually hold up your end of that and dictate SmackDown in a better way that doesn't allow Cody to get near the title every single chance that there is to get a title shot. I mean, he lost the chamber fair and square. He got pinned. Oh well, it's a chamber match. The door was open. There's no DQs. So, oh well. You're not uh you're not saying anything to Rollins that took out Logan and cost Logan a shot at his title over on Raw, yes, he would have had to choose the WWE title and seemingly gone to SmackDown. But honestly, SmackDown could use a star like Logan for real. If we're being honest, the vision is where it's at, so I know they want to keep them together. Rollins is back now, so I can't wait to see how that unfolds. I'm interested to see what they do with um, with Logan in Theory, if they continue that path, if they do something with Rollins in the Vision, or if they go and they pivot. If Braun Breaker will be back to do Rollins versus Breaker at WrestleMania, which I think would be fire if they did that. Um, I think the Vision, Logan and Austin Theory against the Usos for the World Tag Titles would be great. Hell, making a ladder match that would be even better. But that one doesn't need to be a multi-man match. That could be one-on-one. The Vision versus the Usos, and then you do Logan and Braun. Unfortunately, Braun's probably not going to be back in time with the injury that he's now suffered. Although Rollins is apparently not medically cleared, is what they announced. As after he showed up, they announced that he's still not medically cleared, which does fall into lines with reports of what he was saying. He said he's almost there, but not cleared for full contact game. So he's out of the sling. He's able to break his arm, but is not cleared for, I'm guessing, to take bombs to fall down. So we will just go forward and see. Um, we'll just continue to see and monitor that situation with Rollins and his shoulder. Braun Breaker out still. Although it's the end of January, we're now going into 5 weeks with Braun Breaker being out. So, they said 6 to 8. So, roughly middle of March, end of March, I think Braun Breaker could come back. I'm pretty sure they said 6 to 8 weeks. I don't think it was months. I think Bronson Reed was months because it was a shoulder. I guess I could look it up. Braun Breaker injury timetable. And it was a weird hernia. They said it too. Yeah, 4 to 6 weeks. 12. Well, apparently reports. Typical hernia takes 4 to 6 weeks. His injury is more severe, and reports are suggesting 12 weeks to 6 months timeline. Wow. It really sucks. It really, really, really sucks. We still don't know the actual timeline. Reports are out there are saying that it was during Raw. Reports are out there saying that it was during the Rumble, which is why he was, or the Raw before the Rumble, which is why he was eliminated the way he was, really quick. So it's up in the air for sure. We won't know until season 14 of Unreal, whenever they peel back the curtain for that one. But hopefully Braun's back sooner, and just adds into the mix of Rollins and everything else. Because I don't know what Rollins does at WrestleMania if it's not Braun Breaker, if it's not. I just don't know. I don't know who else would be feuding with Rollins, and I don't know how they do. I don't know how they do Logan and Seth again. We just got that 2 years ago, WrestleMania. Also, Logan can't lose right now. He's it wouldn't make. I don't think it would make much sense for Logan or Theory to lose the way that they've been going, being the only two left in the Vision. Logan is on I think 3-match win streak at WrestleMania. He won. I know he won at 39. I think he won at 40. Yeah, he defended his title at 40. Yes, because he was the, or or no, he lost 39. He defended and retained at 40. 41 last year. He beat AJ Styles in a match. Win streak at WrestleMania. Short for that. When talking about Logan, I think Logan, in theory, winning the tag titles at WrestleMania would be great. Who else so I'll do my best to get that hour mark. We have to go live for an hour for 30 days at least, and then hit 100 followers to get into the creator program. So if everyone could that watches this, please like across all the platforms, YouTube, Rumble, and Facebook, share it out, and comment under for me. It helps me out a lot. So we're 1% of the way to we're 10% of the way at 100 followers here on Rumble. We are growing rapidly on Facebook, going towards that 6,000. The next step would be 10,000. We don't get a plaque until 100,000. So seemingly is where we're going to remain at. But that's not going to stop us. It hasn't stopped us in 5 years. It's not going to stop us now. We will continue to bring coverage for wrestling across WWE, NXT, Raw, and SmackDown, Evolve, and also main event. We will do the same thing for AEW. We will do the same thing for TNA. And if there's any other shows that get added to where we can watch and it's easy to watch, we will do that as well. I've knocked off 5 minutes on my drive going to work. There was a road closed, and it added some time there on the already hour drive that I have. So that is pretty cool to say that I am speed, because I'm beating the GPS, which I love, and I'm sure everyone else that drives a lot can relate as well. 21 minutes away, and we have been live for 33 minutes. So I'll do what I can to make sure we are getting as close to 1 hour as we possibly can, so that this counts for a day of at least an hour. We got 3 people watching, so that's great. I'm sure it's 2 on YouTube, 1 on Rumble, not on Facebook. But this will actually, I'm not shocked if Facebook, for whatever reason, has my live locked and not public. I don't know why it does that. It's crazy to me that it does that. What's the point of even having the live option on Facebook if I have to go in and then change it to public so people can actually watch it? Whatever. Man, I swear, I would give up everything on Facebook to have YouTube monetized. The amount of growth I saw in the first year or 2 on Facebook, I would take that all the way. I would return that. In return, I would take that same growth on YouTube and take being monetized on YouTube over Facebook. 1,000% every single day of the week. I don't think there's any better platform to monetize on than YouTube, with the AdSense, with the super chats, and now the first tier of monetization they offer. There's just nothing better and nothing out there like it. It does suck that they take like 45% of the revenue from ads, but I mean, I guess it is what it is. I know Rumble, one option is 60-40. We get the 60, 90-10. We get the 90. So Rumble might have a little bit better of the split. on there, which I hope the my service is okay, and I did, and it's crystal clear for everyone watching because I know everyone watches all the way through and watches to this point. And say that with full sarcasm because I see the watch time, the rate, I see all of that, and no one is watching up until this point. After about 35 seconds in, so two people, no chat yet, which is fine. If you want to do that, I'll see it. I disconnected once again. I just want to give a big fuck you to Verizon for being the shittiest coverage ever for a mobile phone and phone service provider. Man, it's trash. Every other area is a dead spot, which is all they tell you. Uh, and that's just ridiculous. If I could switch, I would. But I just got 17 Pro Max with them, and I feel stupid every single day that I got another phone with them instead of just paying off the one I had and then going elsewhere that has actual decent coverage. throughout my area here in uh, in North Carolina. It's honestly ridiculous. It's just like my luck with cars, honestly. Um, if you're in the North Carolina area, John Heister is not a place to go, not a place to do business. They are terrible. Um, they pretty much just see you coming in excited about getting a car, and then they just like, man, they just straight up they're just gonna sell you what they know they can sell you and get away with. Um, it's crazy. It's lemon after lemon after lemon with them. I've seen so many, um, so many lemons sold and made. Um, oh shit. Okay, I'm not good right now. Okay. All right. We got stuck behind a 16-foot wide load. Oh man, this is gonna add even more time to my drive. Oh, you love to see it. You love to see it. This is absolutely diabolical. I made up time, and now I'm going to lose that time back again. But, oh man, damn it. It's one thing after another, driving an hour plus for work every single day, but it is what it is. I can't control it. I left on time, as I do every day, and things happen. Um, so they shouldn't have me leave an hour, shouldn't have me leave exactly 1 hour before I'm supposed to get there when it's an hour and 7 minutes away. So that seven extra buffer minutes, I know I could leave, but I'm scheduled at 8:30. I'm gonna leave at 8:30. Can't help that I get there 30 minutes after the branch opens, and I'm going to a branch now where people line up outside the door at 8:30, 30 minutes before the branch even opens. Hopefully today is better for the branch where I'm going. For anyone who doesn't know, I do work in a bank, but that does not stop me from partnering with uh, online banks. Time, link and referral, well, and everything else. Um, Chime offers the 2 day early pay. Place where I work does not, but it also I also think that service is better. That's just a fact. Nothing against Chime. I love it. It's actually payday today. Hopefully, I get that here shortly and see that come through. Then I can get some, of course, lovely bills paid, which is what we're all working to do is to pay those bills. I am losing time. I'm going four under the dang speed limit. Um, next time I'm still all right. Actually take down the video out for AW as we upload that as a regular video, so it goes to the right spot. This will of course be the live stream. Um, and I voice over audio only. That's the third time now I've gotten disconnected. Big fuck you to Verizon. Seriously, they're garbage. They yeah, just we uh, not that run off of your towers, but you have so many dead zones. Makes sense. They're Verizon. You can't because stupidest thing I've ever heard. So it's ridiculous that I have to put up with this with Verizon. Ridiculous that I have to put up with Spectrum and how bad their internet is. Um, I wish there was a solution uh, that came easy, but of course, all these other providers offer buyouts for your current phone, but they don't hit you with the actual buying out process uh, for until 3 months later. They'll when they pay off your phone, quote unquote, but only up to $800. These phones are $2,000, $1,700, but no, they're only going to pay 800 of that, and they're not going to get that to you until 3 months later. So you still have to keep paying your phone, which is absolutely ridiculous. But what do I know? That's just me. I constantly struggle with everything that is under the sun with that deals with that things like that. So wow, we got off on a tangent here about Verizon and their shitty service, Spectrum and their shitty service, and of course Chime with it sucks that they don't have great customer service. It sucks they don't offer joint accounts. I would love to have Chime offer a joint account. I would sign up for that in a heartbeat. They would. How are they turning it down? They would get so much more money with joint accounts. I guess it would actually be the same amount of money, but um, just joined and in one account. But whatever. And why don't more banks offer 2-day early pay? Like it's 26 people. We could be getting early pay if we really wanted to from all banks that are out there. Um, these payroll places are submitting payroll as soon as they can on Tuesday. I know that they are. So why can't we get more 2-day early pay with banks? That brings me to Ally. Speaking of another shitty service, and the horror story that I have got done dealing with Ally. Um, I don't even know where to start with them. I've been dealing with them since April with a car, and their app is atrocious. Their app is tough to use. Their customer service is just abysmal and plain out just horrible. The audit department to start is it makes no sense. No one there can can hear what you're saying because it sounds like they're calling from the middle of Manhattan with so many people talking over you, over them. Then you just cannot understand them. Their banking department customer service is just horrible. dealing with the fraud. First of all, they lock your account over the simplest thing, brand new account, and I just needed access to my money, and they're gonna flag my account for suspicious activity because I try to set up Zelle, which is what they told me to do. I've never used Zelle, so I try to set it up, and then they flag me for using Zelle. Um, they said that it was suspicious that I put money in and then immediately try to transfer it out. Well, guess what? I need access to my money. Sorry that you're taking 6 years to send me my damn debit card. Um, and then the fraud department interrogates you instead of just straight up just asking questions and having a conversation about what went down. No, they got to interrogate you. But it's to protect you. Yeah, no, it's not. You just want to feel smart and interrogate people, even though that they're not doing anything wrong. Um, so yeah, that was BS on Ally's part. I can never be paid enough by Ally, Spectrum, or Verizon to promote them, and I don't give a damn how big or small an audience is. I think letting people know the truth on these products, Spectrum, Verizon, and Ally Bank is more important than potentially getting a sponsor or partnership for what I'm doing here. So all three of them not worth it by any means of the word for anything. I don't care what deals they have. I don't care how good their rates are. It's not worth it. It is not. It's just not. It's not worth it. 1,000% is not worth it. So we're 5 minutes away, and we are 52 minutes in. Um, and I lost 3 minutes uh, while being behind this mobile home that is being driven away from point A to wherever it's going to point B there. But this was a solid show. We reviewed Dynamite, we reviewed NXT, or previewed Dynamite, reviewed NXT, talked about Evolve. We'll talk about main event and Impact tomorrow. And then Friday, we got SmackDown. We know Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley will be face to face. We know Drew McIntyre is going to face Cody Rhodes in a WWE Championship. Um, again, I see this. I see this going a way that a lot of people are not going to want it to go. Um, now, I think both Cody and Randy are teasing and have been teasing heel turns. Um, and Randy winning the title and then being heel would work. Or no, I'm sorry. Cody winning the title, being the face, then going against a heel Randy Orton would work. But I think it's gonna what's what's gonna tell the rest of that story or set that story up to be told is gonna be the reaction Friday night when Cody gets the 1, 2, 3. Is he gonna be booed? Which I would hope he would be. Is he gonna be cheered? Which I'm sure they're gonna try to make it look like he's being cheered. Still no chat. Wow. Yeah. I mean, it's we're a while away from WrestleMania and the champion being decided 5 or 6 weeks leading up to the biggest show. Also, it's funny that they are now that Cody has a title shot, they're talking about that title being the main event. The main event of WrestleMania Night 2 is in jeopardy. No. Roman Reigns and CM Punk should be the main event of Night 1, and Liv Morgan and Stephanie Vaquer should be the main event of Night 2. The Rumble winners titles, the Rumble winner, the title that the Rumble winner chooses should be the main event of WrestleMania. That's it. And then the Elimination Chamber, they should be they just automatically get a title shot for the other title, whatever was not chosen to be the main event of WrestleMania like that. I'm so tired of them just putting both men, both either either the men's titles or the tag titles in the main event of WrestleMania. I mean, if you look at it, um, the main event of night one was Rollins, Cody, Rock, and Roman for 40, and then you had of course, the WWE title in the main event of night two. Same with 39, same with 38, and same with 37. Roman was in the main event, the night two's main event. I still think the night one counts as a main event because it is the final match of the night. It's not the final match of the weekend, but it is the final match of that night, WrestleMania Saturday. And I think that the women be in that, not just not just having to um, not just having to open or be in the middle of the card on the show, which is it is they are winning the Rumble, they are winning the Chamber, they deserve to be in the main event spot. Yes, I know opening the show is just as important as closing the show. We know that the World Heavyweight title opened WrestleMania weekend last year. It opened on Saturday with Jay and Gunther, yet they still went around calling him the main event Jey Uso, this and that, blah blah blah. Why are we doing that when that title is not actually in the main event? If you would actually put him in the main event, it would be fine. If we're being honest, Cody and Cena could have easily been the main event of night one, and you could have done the triple threat on night two. You could have if you wanted to. So we're 57 minutes into this show, and we are 2 minutes away from work. But I know that's going to change. So I'm going to lose another 3 minutes of time because we are again stuck behind the wide load 16-foot mobile home that's being driven right now, and they are passing a regular truck. So they have to be extra careful. That truck is stopped completely. And we are okay. Now we're going again. We're gonna make an hour while being back to where we were after making up that time. This is crazy and just my luck for real. It just is. But what are you gonna do? It is what it is. Um, that that's how that's how the shoe fits. I'm gonna wear it, and we're wrapping up here shortly. So thank you to everyone who tuned in and watched. No matter how long you watched, I wish you would watch for longer. I wish you would leave a like, leave a comment, follow on Rumble, follow on or subscribe on YouTube, follow on Facebook, and everything else in between. No Dirt Sheets. Shout out to them. Surfshark VPN. Shout out to Walmart Creator Program. Shout out to Chime for the link there and the referral. Get up to $300 whenever you open a Chime account and set up your direct deposit. And also just shout out to every other one of our actual partners we enjoy working with, unlike Ally, Verizon, and Spectrum, the ones I named that are garbaggio. To be quite honest, they're terrible in every sense of the word. If I could help it, and if you can help it, I would strongly, strongly, strongly recommend you not work with them because they are trash. They are garbage. They are trash and garbage and trash. We are 1 minute away, and of course, we are 60 seconds away from 1 hour, which works out great. I cannot believe it actually worked out in my favor. I hate that I'm now 15 minutes late, but it is what it is. Um, I can't help that I got caught behind a giant truck that has to drive the speed of a 432-year-old turtle. We are right there at that hour mark. So March 4th, 1 hour down. Check on that road to 100 follows for Rumble and to have the other requirement met of going live for at least 1 hour every single day for 30 days. We are doing that, and we are just pulling in. So, with that being said, this episode 192 of the Sleeper Sports Media Podcast is now over. We will be back for the Dynamite preview, full video, and then we will be back tomorrow for another episode of the Sleeper Sports Media Podcast / the Nick Weetosh Show, right here on YouTube, right here on Rumble, and right here on Facebook. Thank you for watching, listening, viewing, and subscribing. I'm Nick Weetosh, and I will see you tomorrow. Here we go.